Hello and welcome to my channel In Search of Wonder. My name is Anne and today I have a book haul to share with you. Normally, I just share mini book hauls in my weekly wrap-up, but sometimes my weekly wrap-ups get a little out of hand with how long they get. So for most of the month of February, I have been kind of hoarding my little book hauls, the books that I have grabbed here and there and everywhere, and I'm saving them. I've saved them up to do one haul video. So these are the books that I hauled throughout the month of February. I feel like there may be one or two others that just got absorbed into my collection already that I forgot about. But also, I think I did mention in a couple of my wrap-ups already some books that I had got. But anyways, here is my haul video. Beginning with my most recent acquisition, which I picked up earlier this afternoon at a thrift store, and that is The Great Divorce by C.S. Lewis. And I got this for 50 cents. And I'm so excited because it is a beautiful copy that looks like nobody even read it. And it was only 50 cents. And I have read this book, but I read it on audio from the library. So I don't actually have a physical copy of it. So I was very happy for that little find. And then I think I ordered this on Pango Books. Like I had some credit, and so I don't think I actually spent anything on this. So this is A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting by Sophie Irwin, which is a Regency novel. I think it's supposed to be like funny. And I've seen a lot of people comment on this one as having enjoyed it. So I like a good Regency rom-com or any kind of Regency novel. So I picked up that one for free. Well, I guess I paid for shipping. Anyways. And then I got this at a thrift store, I think. I think so. Yes. Well, it's used at any rate. So, and I didn't order it. So I must have picked it up at a thrift store. So that is Frederica by Georgette, which I have read, but I think I read it, either I read a digital copy or I borrowed from my sister. So I don't have an actual copy. And this isn't the best copy in the world. It's kind of an old, you can see the yellowed pages. It's kind of an old copy. When was this one printed? This one was published in 1973. So this is a vintage copy of the book, and it's, so it's kind of old, but, at least now I have a copy of Frederica, which is my favorite hair, I think, so far of the ones that I have read. So, and then today I also picked up, I said I was starting with the most recent, but these were buried. So, I happened upon a little free library downtown where I live, and they had a few things there that I snagged. They did have a book called Rifles for Wadey, which I remember I read when I was younger. It's a vintage book, and it was a great vintage copy of it, and I almost took it, but then I looked on the back, and it still had a barcode from a library that wasn't like crossed out or anything. So I'm pretty sure it's still actually a library book. And so I thought to myself, surely someone doesn't think that this little free library is actually connected to, like, the library, right? I mean, surely they know that. Anyways, I just put it back in there because I didn't want to, you know, steal from the actual library. But I don't, it's not a county anywhere near me, so it's not like I can return it to the library. So, anyways. They also have this notebook, which has Delight Yourself in the Lord on the front of it. And it's blank, like nobody's written on it. Blank pages, ready to be written in. So, free, why not? And then there was this copy by Kate DiCamillo, which Kate DiCamillo, I've never actually heard of this book by her. I thought I had heard of all the books that she wrote, but I have not heard of this one. Raymie, Nightingale. So, that was free, and it's in great condition. Like, brand new. So, and then what is interesting is we were literally just talking about this book the other day, and I was asking my husband if we still had a box of books. Like, I remember packing up some books in a small box and putting them up in the attic, books that the boys loved when they were little that we read and reread. And this is definitely one of the books that we read and reread. But I can't remember for sure if it's in the box in the attic or not. And my husband was not sure. And then when it was in the free library today, I was like, duh, that's a no-brainer. So I picked it up, and that is Love You Forever by Robert Munsch. And oh my goodness, I think I am not alone when I say that I cried every time I read this book. Every time. Every time. Makes me tear up. Fantastic children's book. Just a couple days ago, maybe even yesterday, I was at a thrift store, and I got this book for $1. This is a hardback copy of the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society, which I actually already own, but I own a soft cover. And this is a lovely hardback in excellent condition. The only thing is it has somebody's sticker on it. That's the only thing that keeps it from being like a perfect copy. So I am going to put my paperback one on Pango Books and keep this nice hardback copy. And then I'm going to be reading Eugene on Onegin with Dia and Courtney this in March. So in preparation for that, I picked up a copy of it. Now, I actually ended up with two, because first I got this one, and I talk about this in my March TBR, so sorry if this is repeat information for people. First, I ordered this on Pango, and what I love about this one, first of all, I specifically picked a translation by James E. Phelan, because I did a little research, and it seemed like that's the translation that I would want to read, that had the things I was looking for. I read samples of all the different translations to pick one, and I liked this one. I liked his style. So I purposely picked this translator, which I don't normally do for translated books. I kind of just read whichever one I have or have easy access to. This was the first time I actively sought out a specific translation. So first of all, there's that. And then secondly, when I ordered it from Pango Books, it came to me and there was this little note on the front. Good morning, Anne. This book is pretty great. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. The notes that were in the book when I got it are interesting. I wonder what you'll make of them. And then it is signed by the Pango bookseller who sent it to me, which is so cool. I love that. So, and she's right. They're like, especially in the beginning of the book, someone made a lot of annotations in pencil and underlined some things. So that would be fascinating. I do enjoy reading other people's annotations and seeing how they comment on the literature they're reading. So I love that about it. But then Courtney had mentioned that she got this copy, and what I was immediately interested in is that it's a dual language copy. So there's the original Russian on one side and then an English translation on the other side. So it was only $8 on Amazon, and I was like, you know what? I can afford that. I really want to have one that has the Russian version in it also. Not that I really read Russian that fluently. I do like to read in Russian when I can, to challenge myself to read and or speak Russian if I have opportunity. So I won't read all of it in Russian, but I thought it would be good to have that challenge and have it available for me to do that. So I also got that one. So now I have two copies of Eugene on Onegin. And at a thrift store recently, they had a nice hardback copy of Her Mother's Hope by Francine Rivers, which this is, I believe, part of a duology, and I have the other book in the duology. So, if I'm not mistaken. So this one, and I have not read either one. So, and if you watched my authors I want to read, their backlist, Francine Rivers was one of them. So these books are on that backlist. So this helps me get to that goal. So I think that's everything. That is my book haul for February. So as I'm filming this, I have a few days left in February. So, you know, there's a good chance I might acquire another book or two along the way, but I'll save that one for another March haul if I do one in March. So anyway, that is my February book haul. And let me know if you have read any of these books and what your thoughts are on them. And if there's any of the ones that are new to me that I've not read that I should read, or if you think I wouldn't like it. Most of them I've read or I'm familiar with the author, so I don't think that there's any in here that I would dislike. So, but let me know what you think and if you've read them and what your thoughts are, and I love chatting with you in the comments, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!